I don't even play skate like that, to be honest with you. I mean, I do. When I was like younger, I used to play skate a lot. But this new skate, she's just trying to take it while you tripping, but it be okay. I love you when I ain't to meet that shit okay. But I think about girl, you ain't mine. Alright. Let me turn on the sound. I can't hear anything.
Oh, hey.
I gotta go work out. Alright, Lizzie, appreciate you for stopping by, brother. Have a great workout session, bro. Oh, definitely play some Dressed in Black or maybe some Crash Out. That's some great songs to work out too. But you'll work out. Bro came in here and said your voice is mad soft. I should challenge him to a duel. Fuck is he talking about? He called me a pussy, didn't he? I'm over here like, yeah, haha, you're right. I get that a lot. Yeah, people come up with all the time. You know? I should have challenged you to a fucking duel. Yu-Gi-Oh, fucking guns, hands, whichever, anything but Pokemon. Who the fuck played the Pokemon card? That was actually really cool. Okay, that was. There's nothing to do in this game. I mean, there is. Like, there's a lot to do, but it's just like there should be something else to do outside of what to do. Like, there should just be something else. And it could be skate related. Maybe they do need to do that, like hill bombing. That would be fun, but with these skate mechanics, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like a speed max, anyways, that you hit or whatever. Like a speed limit. So like
This is a pig challenge. No sweat. Get it? Pig.
I think that was always.
Let's go.
Damn, what I just did was so gnarly. I actually skate in real life, so like, I'm not just saying that. Yeah, I know though. Not bad. Damn, that was fucking clean. I gotta make a song, chat. Like a new song. I made Crash Out like, oh shit, it might have been 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Granted, I have made a new song since then. It's just not like, it's not like released yet. Focus though.
Do over.
It's nowhere near release ready. I gotta start recording in this crib. I don't know, wait, I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't started yet. I have a few reasons. Like, for one, like this room right here that I'm in, which is the room that I would record in. It's like, it's not very sound for me. Like, I can hear, like, I'm sure my neighbors can hear me right now talking. So it's like, for me to be in here fucking screaming and ad-libbing and shit. Like, I think I've always thought, like, I would prefer to record in the room that my son is in when he's here. He's not always here. He's here the majority of the time.
Let's give it another go.
Those weekends, I'm thinking maybe I'll record in that room, so at least I can have like a room inside my apartment as opposed to the living room. So it's like I can like control the sound coming in and going out a lot. I don't know if it's going on. I only go around with the starting room. I don't want to push even though these people live with Onlygotdope or OGD, they don't have to know that they live with OGD. Holy shit. That was fucking clean, man.
Nice skating. You're going.
I wake up and take a shot and reminisce on what's forgot. I ain't missing on these shots like I ain't missing on these thoughts. It's irritating with the do you feel me? Every from the drop, I bring the block. This nigga can't pick up my bitch and all these. Nigga forgot these niggas ain't talking about me making some. Who this, all the truth is taking some. You snakes and shit, I'm watching like artists. You asking about my deepest fears, like I ran into the mirror and I was almost dead. I can't see her eyes, but I hear the tears. And now I'm switching on my friends about every year. We're fucking living's easy, so it's dying too. Just make sure it's some real shit that you die to. I wake up and take a shot, and I miss it once for God. I ain't missing on this shit. Like I ain't missing on these thoughts. It's carry with the every from the drop. Take a flick and fuck my bitch and all these forgot these niggas ain't on me. And then I'm talking about me making some. Who this, all the truth is taking some. This snakes and shit, I'm watching like artists.
Should I cook spaghetti tonight? Or should I actually haven't really eaten any food yet today, so maybe I should cook spaghetti. I'm contemplating if I want to cook spaghetti. Or if I should just, I don't know. Honestly, chat, I got some goldfish for me and my son. And like a small part of me just wants to just eat the goldfish for dinner. Not for him, but for me.
Hardcore is the heart of the hedge. All the open space and lines for days make it a natural gathering spot.
fourth grade. Suspended cause I started my own gang.
Damn, that was fucking insane. Like, I'm not even gassing it, even though it really wasn't like anything, but like if I saw someone do that in real life, like holy shit, you just did that? You didn't even do a trick. You're skating on things that shouldn't really be skated on.
That's worth a peek.
Dog, what? Holy shit. I thought some shit like, I don't know, maybe they changed the mechanics on here a little bit, but there was some like landing stuff that like wasn't be like. Maybe because I'm streaming, I'm just lagging. And that lag is saving my ass. It actually might be that. When I said, I think I mentioned earlier something about shows, I want to clarify, like I used to throw shows out here. That used to be what I was going for. I didn't like, I used to get booked pretty often for shows, but I used to throw shows. Back when Nino and Dreddy and DJ Renessy used to throw shows out here. I used to throw shows right along with them. More frequently than them, to be honest with you. I mean, it depends on how we guys feel about it. There was a point where Nino was definitely throwing more shows than me. But by that time, I wasn't doing shows anymore. Doing shows gives me a lot of anxiety. Like I gotta plan a team to take the anxiety off, and then maybe I'll start doing shows again. I mean, I'll probably do a show again as soon as I get like the money and the drive to do one. And until then, I need like a team. Yeah, I take the shows a lot. In the local area, in New York as well. I take the shows a lot. Actually, my most recent shows have been in New York. The most recent show that I threw was at, what is it called? Tag Up Studios in the Bronx. And that was not this past Halloween. I think 2 Halloweens ago, I think. Not this past Halloween. I don't think it was the one after before that either. I think it was 3 years ago Halloween, I think. But then that means my last show was 3 years ago. I don't know if that's true. It might have been 2 years. Yeah, it couldn't have been 3 because my son actually, based on his birthday, he most likely was conceived around that time. And he's 1 in 4 months. So my last show was a month and a half ago. Or excuse me, my last show was a year and 4 months ago. Like a year and a half. Not too bad. And I did 2 shows? No. Did I do 2 shows that year? I don't, most likely probably just do a show. Or book a venue to do a show. I'd probably do it tomorrow if I wanted to, like, as far as, like, booking it. I probably could actually, put my mind in, I probably could find a place to do a show. If I wanted to. But, I don't know. Really, I want to, like, instead of getting this apartment, what I was, like, contemplating doing or trying to do was, like, get some type of loft or retail space so that I could, like, run some type of business out of the loft or retail space and then also do shows, like, and then possibly live out of it as well. Like, that was my whole plan. But I just never felt it. I never found a location that was, like, in my price range, and then also, like, the thought of the legalities of it. Like, I have to really be very specific where I choose this place and what kind of place it is, because that's going to dictate what I can and can't do with or without permits, you know what I mean? And I just really didn't have that much bread. Like I really need upwards of like something something like with 10,000 to put down, and then like, and that's like the cheapest of the cheap. And I only really had about 5,000 I was working with at the time. And I also had a son too, so it's like I had to consider that. And at the time, me and my girl were kind of like, we were definitely trying to be in a relationship. Like, I don't think we're necessarily trying to do that anymore. We were at that point. So it just made the most sense to get an apartment instead. I was living out my car back then. And surprisingly, where I was living before living out of my car probably was worse. Like as far as like sanitary and hygiene is concerned, and just like, quality of life and sanity as well. And all of that was on stream. Like if you go back like 2 years ago and watch some of my older streams, you'll see what the fuck about. If you haven't. But I would like, sometimes I think, like, I don't think, like, I mean, I do, I guess, I don't know how to say it, but sometimes, especially when things are kind of going, like, tough and shit over there, and I really kind of wonder if I was better off just kind of chucking it out in my car. Like, I was invested so heavily in crypto at that point. If I would have tucked it out in my car for just, like, 2 more months or 3 more months, for $5 grand that I had would have turned into 8 grand, like 8 or 9 grand. I had like 1.7 Ethereum right before I bought my apartment, and at the time it was worth, because I bought the apartment and I still had some Ethereum, so I didn't spend all the Ethereum when I did it. But I had like less than $1,000 in Ethereum left about time the last price jump happened. Like when I sold my Ethereum, I sold it at like 2,700 and I bought it at 1,700 or something around there. But like right now as we speak, Ethereum is at 3,500 and the highest it hit was at I think 4,500. And this all happened maybe 2 months after or a month after I got this apartment. So if I would have just tucked it out for just like a fucking month more, I would have been able to either just pick a better apartment, or I would have just had a lot more money left. Or I wouldn't have lost such a big position in Ethereum because I had to sell damn near all my Ethereum.
I'm with you. Pushing beats walking.
But had I waited, I would have been able to spend that 4 or 5 grand to move in here. With the only gain, I would have probably 0.8 Ethereum, 0.9 Ethereum left or some shit. Instead of whatever I had. Living out my car wasn't too bad. Like the worst part about living out my car really was just like not doing shit all day. Because like I wasn't doing shit when I was living out my car. Like I was living out my car in fucking New York, so I wasn't trying to park. And plus my car was going through damage or something too. So I don't know. I was kind of scared to do DoorDash or anything. Because I don't want to like have my car break down and get towed in New York City. Because then I got no money at all, and I didn't have any money if I did have. That's probably why I wasn't really doing that shit, because I had so much faith in the cryptocurrency at that point. So I was really like honestly watching the market a lot from my phone. Like I was on Coinbase so much back then, just in my car on Coinbase. Things have been working out in my favor more than it hasn't been for the most part. Like if I just look at things how I should, which is that everything happens for me and not to me, which is the truth, then I'll realize, or I'll start to see better, that a lot of the things that have happened to me recently have been for the better. And even if it felt like a death sentence in the moment, it worked out for the better, and other things happened behind the scenes to make my life easier in other ways. I just gotta figure this shit out. I just gotta make an income off my existence.
DAX fun fact. The boss of the DAX has a mean front-side flip, especially down consequential sets of stairs.
It's just the people who provide the common man with hip-hop are valuing it very, very low right now. they're valuing it at a very low price. So what that means is if you value hip-hop at a high price, you need to stop sending your music through those channels. I'm actually probably going to take my music off Spotify.
Turn that one up.
I've been like contemplating it. The only reason why I don't want to, because I'm sure there are people who just enjoy listening to my music on Spotify. And my issues with Spotify aren't my issues with those people. But I've been really thinking about it. Like a lot of what Spotify is doing right now, and a lot of what they have been doing are streaming revenue. I just don't appreciate it. And I don't want to indirectly co-sign it by allowing my music to be there. I don't want to be a part of that machine. But also, I got to figure out if other streaming services do it.
Getting in shape for the annual Stand Dev 5K run?
Like Spotify
I heard they trim your time in half if you do it backwards.
Like Spotify pays out like a lump sum. Like sort of how like you would do tips at the end of the night at a restaurant. That's how Spotify does streaming revenue. So Spotify pays you so there's a finite number. I froze. Yeah. So there's like a finite number of streaming revenue that Spotify gets every year, and then Spotify divvies out that. It's not a finite number. Let me not say that. It's not a finite. There's a number that Spotify gets every year from streaming revenue, and what Spotify does is Spotify divvies that out on a percentage base, based on how much of those streams are because of you, right? So you're not being paid directly for the amount of streams that you make. You're being paid based on the percentage of streams you made in relations to that lump sum of money that Spotify is divvying out to all the music artists, right? So like number one, there's so much lack of transparency with that. So much lack of transparency with that, because with that and with their lack of like actually like sharing finite data, like there's no way to really determine if the numbers that they're giving us are even real, right? And then on top of that, with today's streaming era, right? With today's streaming era with bots, right? Like with bots, like how can you even have a model like that when someone like Drake or someone like, you know, Taylor Swift maybe has billions and billions of streams, and a 10% of each of their catalog, which is a 10% of a billion, I think is a million, right? Or 10 million or something like that. Like 10% of their fucking, or whatever, 10% of their catalogs is bot streams. Like it's all fraudulent streams. So not only are they like fraudulently taking a large sum of the pie based on fake streams, but they're also raising the roof of that, like that margin, right? So like if you're divvying out streams based on how much you quote unquote, how many, like if you're divvying out revenue based on how many streams you quote unquote made in a year, but it's done in a sense where there's like, let's say Spotify made $1 million. It would be a lot more than $1 million, but let's say they made $1 million from streams, right? The way that they do it is they take that million and then they say, okay, you got this many streams, you got that many streams, and you got that many streams. So this is how much you get, and this is how much you get, and this is how much you get. But if 3 of those people have 1 billion fucking streams because, you know, because of bots or whatever, that margin gets so much wider. So now the person at the bottom is getting literal pennies because they have to compete with someone who has 1 billion streams. And it would be fair if like they had the billions of streams because, you know, because they earned it. But right now, the method for the music industry is to bot streams. So none of those streams are earned, or the majority of those streams aren't earned. I hope this is like something to, like people can understand. Like it's kind of like a math equation in a sense, but yeah. But either way, the way that Spotify does it is just fucked up.
Bonky coping bashes rule. So fun.
Anyone
so
else
crunchy.
does it that way. Like I know they say like, oh, Spotify, you get this amount of money per stream. That's like an estimate from an equation based on the percentages that they're breaking down. Like there is no actual finite, a stream is worth this much from Spotify. Like there's no number like that. Like the way that it works is kind of like how they find like percentages. It's like they figure out like how much everyone is making based off of the model that they created, and then they do the percentages or the mean of, or the median of like the lowest percent and the highest percent. And that median is what they tell you you basically get per stream, essentially. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to anyone who doesn't like release music or give a fuck about the music industry. But yeah, I'm probably gonna remove my music from Spotify. I just don't want to do it at a detriment to myself. Like as of right now, like Spotify is the easiest platform to market and get streams. Like currently, I have the most monthly listeners, and my monthly listeners are just but like I would probably be doing myself a big disservice if I take my music off of Spotify. That's why I haven't. And also, they're doing all this bullshit with AI. Like they in their terms and conditions are making artists agree to them being able to use AI or use art to train their AI. They're making it so that in the terms and conditions it says that, but they're saying that they promise they won't, steal our art from their AI. It's like, bro, what? Also,
this bot is a
my question
is
like, all right, well, I'm sure the last time I signed into my Spotify, like for artist account, like I arbitrarily agreed to the terms of service and didn't read the changes. So with the music that's already up there, I'm pretty sure if I took it down per the terms and service, it probably wouldn't do me any justice. Like it wouldn't do anything. They probably still would have the right to do whatever the fuck they want. So maybe it's in my best interest to keep the songs that I have on Spotify, so people can at least listen to that old catalog. And if I ever like run into any issues legally, like I could have some type of proof that like, hey, my music was here on your platform. This, new AI artist that sounds just like me is still in my license. It sucks that this is like the future music. So many industries right now are just like literally in danger. Like a lot of it's like bullshit. But so much of the music industry right now is in danger, or so much of like a lot of different industries, like a lot of industries are like in jeopardy of like vanishing within the next few years. Especially like music and art specifically. Like it's so crazy how AI, like the first thing it's going for is like music and art. It tells you, man.
Be careful.
I'm telling you, bro,
might
music
develop
and art is like
repetitive
some of the most powerful things in the world, especially music. Like music is literally just all mathematics, vibrations, and like spells. Literally, it's some of the most spiritual and like mathematics, like media there is. Like that's there's a reason why so many musicians in the past have been stronger than like politicians. Like music really rules and drives people, and that's exactly why like the powers that be go out of their way to make sure that things like hip hop are presented as like some unintelligent nonsense that glorifies violence, drugs, and abuse of women. Because if hip hop ever got the opportunity to like really get to its truest potential, like the end result would be the betterment of other people. I know I sound crazy now, but I promise you it's true. I'm sorry. Like one day, man, maybe one day, like I don't know if in my lifetime people will see that like there is a war going on, and like it's not necessarily black and white.
Are you going to run by the shop to pick up some shape-resistant garments?
To just that, and that war is being fought like spiritually. And like what I mean by spiritually is I mean by like making you want things that destroy you, and like making you want things that are bad for you, and like convincing you that doing the wrong thing is the right thing. But that's how you win. That's how you win in the war. You convince the children and the men fighting that number one, there isn't a war, and number two, it'd be better if they just fucking shot themselves or fucking did heroin or some stupid shit. Like that's how you win. And that's how you win a war without shooting someone dead at that. Again, it's not black and white. It's not solely that. It's more rich and poor. But some people want certain people to be in a certain place at all times.
Blue Light always serves up delicious daily specials. All you can grind ledges and bottomless air refills.
My one friend. Thank you for being my friend. I want to start cooking in a second. Let me eat some of these goldfish. Don't leave me, my friend. Don't leave me.
You're being quite pushy now, but in a good way.
Pause this. Ass hate. I think I'm gonna start streaming on Kick. I don't know. The only reason I don't stream on Kick right now is because like I can't really do it. But I think I can do it on my phone because I'm live maybe. I think I can do it on my phone because I'm live actually. But bro, I'm gonna start another rant. I fucking bought fucking Instagram Plus or whatever that bullshit, and I did it through the App Store. And like, I don't see no benefit to it really, so I'm not necessarily trying to like continue the subscription. So like, I just let that shit go. Like, you know, I just let it it's on a card that I have to load money onto, so I just let it like, you know, run out or whatever. Or my app store is connected to one that like I need load money to. To make a long story short, they keep trying to charge my fucking card. It's been like over a month now. They keep trying to charge my card, and now I can't use like downloading apps from the fucking app store because I owe Apple $15, even though I don't.
Is this a quick jog to get the blood flowing?
The subscription like any normal subscription, or when you know how normal subscriptions used to work, when you don't pay them anymore they just end. But like now they're trying to literally force you into like,
is that a park bench I detect?
Debt, or well, not a system of debt, because you know I don't. Granted, I do currently still have access to Instagram Plus, so who knows? Maybe they will try to charge me for the extra month. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know, but it's just so stupid that like Apple does that. Like that's the main reason why I'm like definitely. Why are you helping third-party companies strong-arm me into like paying them? So like I can't use my phone. I can't do the normal shit on my phone, like download apps until I pay Instagram. What the fuck does that have to do with Instagram? Like, that shit pisses me off so much. Like Apple really has some nerve. Like, you're really gonna choose third-party companies over your consumer base? Like, people who have iPhones are so blind. Like, and I'm one of them, but iPhones are dying though. Like, iPhones could have been like the biggest fucking thing for the rest of all eternity, but people are already catching on that iPhones are just rehashing the same old bad tech, and every time a new iPhone comes out, there's always already a phone that's been on the market for 3 years from fucking Sony or Google or somebody that like does or somewhere in China maybe that does everything iPhone does but better, and they've been doing it for years. I will say that like the iPhone lifestyle and like that shit that they like provide, like it's cool being able to like respond to text messages from my laptop and shit like that, but that's it. Like the actual consumer consideration when it comes to Apple, like it's the exact opposite. Like they're trying to like, you know, Apple's one of those products that pride themselves in removing all, you know, freedom. You know, like I can't even go into my like system settings on my Mac normally. I gotta fucking jump through all these hoops just to, you know,
Dax
look
fun
at my
fact.
own system settings. And
Dax spelled backwards is SCAD. That's not interesting. But pop is a palindrome. That's kind of interesting.
But it's okay. It is okay. Oh yeah, but fuck iPhone for that. Or fuck Apple for that. Like, what App Store does that? Like, if you're gonna stop my ability of using the App Store because I'm not, like...
Someone is getting their reps in for National Go Push Day.
If you charge my card and you get declined, bitch, I'm broke. Like, what do you, like what's the mindset behind that? Is Apple's mindset, okay, we're gonna force them to pay the subscription before they feed their kids? Like, what is, like, I don't understand. Like, it's literally just, like, the most evil capitalistic mindset you can think of. Oh, we're gonna just keep charging their card, and then we're gonna take away features from the phone until they finally just pay. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here. This is an Instagram subscription. It should be between me and Instagram, and better yet, like for example, let's say I don't sell weed, but let's say I did, right? Let's say I sold weed, and you can buy weed from me on a subscription basis, right? You pay me
it's a dumpster.
monthly, and I would drop off X amount of weed every week right out your front door. Guarantee you this. I ever wake up and that monthly payment no there, you're gonna wake up and the weed's not gonna be there. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna drop off the weed and be like, hey, just so you know, you forgot to pay me. I mean, maybe if you're a customer who's been doing this for years, okay, maybe I will do that. Like, fine. But like, just some random Joe Schmo, like, no, dog, I'm not gonna do all that. Like, I'm definitely not gonna hound you for it. Like, end the subscription. I'm sure, like, monetarily though, the companies have made a lot more money because you're literally forcing people. Like, I honestly think that there's no way I'm gonna be able to use my phone without giving Instagram $15. So that $15, when I think about it, it's not for the previous month, it's for this month. So they're gonna keep my subscription going and keep charging me all through this month until the very end of this month. Then they're gonna take away my blue check, and then they're gonna stop trying to charge the card. But they already got extra month out of me, even though I thought I was done. They're like, haha, buddy, no, you're not. And that shit's so fucked up. Like, when you're talking about Instagram.
What do you have in mind for the heart?
You guys
Line,
don't even have to do this. You don't have to do this. You don't have to steal money from me. You don't have to make it so hard to get out of the subscription. Maybe it's not Instagram, maybe it's Apple, but if Apple has no reason to do that without without the request of Instagram or whatever app. Like, if they don't request you to like do that, why would you do that? Why are you tainting the relationship between them and someone? It's like, that's really the issue is we give these companies too much fucking money, bro. Like, they're right, there shouldn't be any billionaires or trillionaires. We give them too much money. We give them so much money that they can literally say, fuck you. Like, Apple could die as a company tomorrow, and the people at the top of the company will not lose any sleep. Like,
they'll probably lose sleep because they're greedy, egotistical bastards, I guess, I'm assuming that, but maybe they'll lose sleep in that, aspect, but, 9 times out of 10, no one up at the top
That's a
of
tasty
Apple is
palette
gonna,
over there.
it's gonna be, fucking living in a garbage can tomorrow if Apple decides to stop selling phones or people decide to stop buying them. And that's kind of the problem. I think all these companies need to be in a position where, like, hey, if you stop treating us nice, then everyone that's ever made money off of this, all the way up to the tip of your top, is gonna feel something about it. Like, that's how it should be. But like, it's at a point where now, like, companies get so much money, they can just keep doing the wrong thing because it would cost more money for them to fix it than it would for them to just pay someone out in a settlement. And that's insane. That's insane. Like, that, it should not be that way. Nothing should be that way. Nothing should be that way at all. At all.
They did have some of I mean, still, all of my complaints are more so based on like the actual game itself. Like, I've already said, like, hey, they can add as much as they want to the map and everything, but the gameplay loop is the issue. It's a fucking mobile game that they put it to the console. It's not.
Kung Fu grip
Like, what do you mean
activated.
I'm supposed to skate around and collect coins? Are you dumb? Like, why isn't there a My Skater career mode or some shit? Why am I not going through the trials and tribulations of fucking common everyday skate rat to being a household fucking skate legend? Like, that should be the gameplay.
I don't think idle hands are a problem
like,
for you. You'd never make a good devil.
And thematic themes related to that, and like, they should, like, maybe even have some emotional moments, and like it should be like a narrative thing. Like, why wouldn't that be the case? Like, so many more people would be playing this game if there was like a story to come back to. There's no fucking story in this game. Like, it's literally just a loot box opener. Like, everything you do is just for the opportunity to open a loot box or get a new cosmetic. Alright, like, no one asked for that. Nobody asked for that. People want to live vicariously through skateboarders. That's what they want to do. Skateboarders don't do this shit. They don't. They live a harsh, grimy, rugged life. And the goal is to fucking skate. Some the goal isn't to be a pro, it's just to skate. But a lot of them it's to be a pro. But I will admit, there are a good amount of skaters who just skate to get that into what they were yesterday. Or whatever. They dropped the ball with that. Like, I wish I was in that boardroom. I'd have been shaking the table for sure. Like, you gotta do this. But then again, this isn't Skate 4. It's just Skate. Okay, we'll put LITE at the end of it. Skate Light. Stop fucking teasing me. I definitely thought this was going to be Skate 4. Because they specifically told me it's my favorite. This isn't Skate 4. This is Skate. No, but we did that right. I mean, we did that. About that Grand Theft Auto getting pushed back, crazy, huh? That sucks. It actually works in my favor, honestly. I mean, I think it works in my favor. I hope it works in my favor. But it also kind of sucks. Doing up here in this game, there's nothing to do in this game. Like, and they don't even have any hidden things in the environment. Like, there should be hidden skate parks that not everyone can just get to, that you gotta do some type of Easter egg to get to, or I don't know, or something that looks like it would be part of a non-playable area and then it turns out to be part of a playable area. That's what this game needs to justify me just slugging around the fucking map aimlessly. If there was something flying maybe, that'd be great. The skating is fun. The skating mechanics are great. It's just okay. that's great. But like, if I wanted to play a game with great skating mechanics that offers me nothing else as far as like a continuation of the skate story,
I find
or
your
that,
interest
you
in
know,
pushing
skate
intriguing.
narrative that I
I wonder
experienced
if
in the
it's
previous
hereditary.
games, then I would just play the end game of any of the other skate games. Like, sure, this skating might be a little bit more like better, and like it's nice to have more people skating around, but it's just this game wasn't made for me, and I gotta accept that. Like, no one is making games for my 29-year-old and my 29-year-old ass in mind. Like, which really doesn't make sense, because like the generation that, well, maybe that's not true. I guess the Zoomer generation, like Gen Z or whatever, I guess you guys are to blame for like the whole Fortnite skin fiasco, and like I feel like Warzone did a lot of that. Like, a lot of why the gaming industry is the way it is today is because of Warzone. But I think you could also say the same about Fortnite, and Fortnite came up first. And you know, I don't think the Modern Warfare Warzone players were playing Fortnite. So I think this game definitely was made for someone who is not Modern Warfare. My birthday's this summer. I can mention that. I should mention that one of the things you can listen to real quick. Subscribe or something. My birthday is Sunday. Oh shit. Time flies. It really does. Okay, alright. Fuck what I just said. That was clean. That was clean as fuck. You know what? That right there kind of justifies not having an error. But only until I land. As soon as I land and skate around for a little bit, I'm back to running an error. But that skating, damn, it feels good. Damn, it feels good. Trying to put these on. Goldfish. And to make matters worse, they took the like GTA 5 route. They like have GTA 5 online, pretty much the grind, and just repeating the same like 3 or 4 missions over and over again. Or you're doing the hangar, and you're repeating the hangar missions over and over again. Like, not only are you just skating around doing mindless missions because they ask you to, but like, some of these missions you're doing them over and over, like they're just the same thing over and over again. And what makes it even worse is like some of them, like for some reason you can't get points with them again. Like, I don't understand why every single mission isn't reset. Because then it would feel less like I'm doing the same missions over and over again. But since they only reset a couple of them, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking with this game. But I am playing it. I am playing it. It never ends when I'm playing it. So that's saying something. I can get pretty angry playing Call of Duty. And I think another problem, not a problem, this is actually more so my fault. But since I stream this game a lot, I play without any music, like in the game.
Nice pace. Are you training for something?
And I will say the handful of times that I like played this game and either just let the music play or I wasn't streaming, the actual soundtrack and the background music definitely adds to the experience. Like, it wouldn't feel so boring and barren if it wasn't silent. Like, and that's 100% my fault. Like, I don't ever turn the music on when I'm not streaming, so I always just play this game with the music turned off. And it does kind of like, you know, maybe like the lack of sound effects going on in the game kind of adds to like emptiness or the empty feeling. But this mission seems
here's something. You've gotta want it to own it. This. My advice? Hit it.
Like 2160 clip? What?
reload.
I'm not too sure. Definitely don't like the big theatrical ramps and shit. I've been a fan of that skate. Like that skate 3 shit. Like I would even say, like I played skate 3, but I was not playing the in-game skate 3 like at all. I was playing other games by then. I never got that experience. Like some of the bigger shit on YouTube and stuff that was flying around in this game.
Quick restart.
It's mainly because like my hands are a little salty. And I should have like I feel the salt and cracker residue literally impeding on my ability to sleep. Hold up, chat.
Go again.
I might be ass. Okay, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Like this trick that they're trying to get me to do, I'm not going to do this for that side of it.
That was just a take a look attempt. Next time you'll kill it.
Yeah, next time. Next time. I also think this game would be better if instead of ragdolling, you know, the character models have realistic fall animations. Like no skater's gonna fall and just go like this and stick his hands out. Like a skater's gonna fall and try to break his fall. Not fucking belly drop.
Skullcrest fun fact.
It would
Skytop DIY
more
Mega
alive,
Playground, the
a lot
SC Lokes
cooler if,
build,
like,
really took
the
off
skater
when
would
Slappy moved to
try
town
to catch
after his
himself and then
years in
sometimes
Port
successfully
Carverton.
catch himself
Once
and not
Slappy
just
grasped
fall.
the
Or even
ramifications
maybe
of
barrel roll out a
Impervitect's
little
no-pain
bit.
magic,
Just something
he
that,
went
like,
to
really,
town
they should've
building his
used
crazy
mocap. Like, I
rooftop
thought they
skate
did. Like, I
track.
thought they only used like
Get up there if you
motion
haven't checked
capture
it
for
out.
the actual skate trick. They should have also did motion captures for the falls. Like they should have did that too. Instead of just the fucking ragdoll mechanics. So that shit is so frustrating. Like, bro, I'm not. Okay, this isn't Fortnite, dog. Please. Give me a skate game, damn it.
This session challenge is raising the difficulty. Send it. Start over.
Even though I don't like being locked in that bar because I don't like to do that.
You are not out of bounds, but you definitely are away from the challenge area.
I landed that? Crazy. Crazy, chat.
TikTok. Time's at halfway.
Are you a skater? Are you a skater, Jack? I did it, goddamn it.
Okay, this time.
Front side, also, if it's front side, then I have to do this side. This game is weird about front side. Like, I don't think this game truly understands itself, front side and back side. Like, it'll tell me to do, like, a front side trick, or it'll like whether or not I'm skating switch or regular determines what direction I flick the analog stick. But what direction I flick the analog stick also, well, or not, you know, so what direction I flick the analog stick is determined by whether or not I'm in switch or regular. But which way I'm facing, like, relative to what I'm skating on, determines whether or not the trick is front side or back side, if I'm trying. So, like, it just, like, creates this, like, weird thing where, like, it's telling me I need to put the stick in the right direction, but it's not really, it's like, it feels like, yeah, that would work if it was back side, but, like, I'm just confused. I don't know what to do.
Filed that one under crushed.
Maybe not talk too much shit, but they are trying. And I really respect that. I do. I think that's fine. Definitely. And I've just realized I'm not the demographic that they're trying to appeal to.
It is often said that cardio conditioning is the key to good growth. What is said is often wrong, too.
Well past the life cycle of skate 3. But this game, like, had damn near a second coming. Due to, like, some of the viral YouTube videos, specifically on skate, like, from skate 3. And those, like, wild, big jumps where they're, like, skating in the quarry and, like, you know, all that shit. it makes sense for them to cater to those people because that virality is gonna do exactly what it did for previous
I'm
games.
with you.
Like
Pushing beats walking.
This game, just keep it alive. And even now, like when you see videos of this game, mostly like the mainstream videos I see are people doing really big intense stunts. So I'm not mad at them for them catering to that demographic. And I still can skate regularly, and there's still missions for me to do regularly and whatnot. Like I don't have to do these big intense things. So I can't be mad. I just think we lost out because the whole flinging mechanic or ragdoll mechanic, and even the whole narrative in this game where like there's like some new drug, it's like a pharmaceutical drug that all the skaters can give them because it makes their bones like rubber or some shit. Like that's literally a narrative in the game. But I feel like that should be an optional narrative. Like I feel like as a skater, if you don't want to use that drug, you shouldn't have to. And at that point, you should be subjected to the original OG Skate 1 bone-breaking animations, where when you fall, it would like do a whole slow-mo and x-ray vision onto the bone that you broke as it's breaking. It did that in Skate 1, and I don't think it ever did it again. And that used to be one of the best parts about Skate, bro. Like, they have some really cool missions in here where you gotta fall from like skyscrapers and stuff, and just the point is to just crash and hurt yourself. That's cool and all. But like, once
a
your
park bench
character
is
just bounces off
verified
the
to be
ground
in
like
the
a
vicinity.
rubber ball, it's just like, okay, all the fun sucked out of it. Like, I want to see my character break his clavicle. I want to break my clavicle in the game, not in real life, in the fucking game. I want to see that. Like, that would be fun, you know? I feel like we lost out on that. And then we lost out on the ability to have like realistic falling animations because of that as well. And that's all just because they're trying to cater to that one demographic. They should do both. That you should be able to go to the store and the creators of this game need to nut up, put their money where their nuts are. Right? If they're gonna put some pharmaceutical drug in the game that makes me rubber and invincible to fall damage, let me take the drug myself. I'm a gremlin. A demon, if you will. I could pop the pill on my own. Okay? I don't need no one's help. I don't need to just wake up and it's there. Like, no, I want to go through the withdrawals. I want to go through every stage of the pharmaceutical drug. I want to go through every stage. Okay? I want the good and the bad. And the ugly. I'm not gonna get the good, quote unquote. It's not really fun, you know? You want everything. You can't appreciate sunshine. By myself, on my own. I don't need your help. I got this. And I'm not splitting it. No. But yeah, I think that should be how it should be. Because then it would just give, you know, another whole dynamic. If you're not on the drug, now you gotta worry about breaking your bones. Which happens quite often in the skateboard. Not quite often, I think. Luckily, God willing, I've never broken a bone on a skateboard. People who have it. Like, I was one of the lucky ones. And I didn't break a bone, but I have this scar right here. It's kind of faded away now, but I had to get 9 stitches in my face from doing an inward heel flip. Inward heel flip is the best trick I learned. And I used to have the cleanest inward heel flips. And I did an inward heel flip, and I landed both feet on the tail of my skateboard, and the skateboard shot up and hit me in the face. And I had to get 9 stitches in my face right before, I think, my junior year of high school. Like literally the very next day after the stitches was my first day of high school, I think junior. I love how this game just like slides that in there though. Oh yeah, he's just on drugs. Like, what? Dude, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That was never a good idea. Ever. It was never a good idea. Let me break my bone. Damn it. If I want to be, if I want to break some bones, let me break some bones. I'm waiting for the fucking, the skate game where like you can like your character can die. I'm waiting for that to get in. Where like you gotta like create a character and you can lose that character if he gets fucking hit by a car or if he falls the wrong way, he can die. And then if you do happen to break a bone, okay, well now you can't play for X amount of hours with this character. I need a whole new character until your character is back out of commission. Like that's what we need. That's what we need. A survival fucking battle royale skate game.
Clearly they were preoccupied with texting. That was their fault. The Towers of Power. Skating. Love this spot. Getting in shape for the annual Sandban 5K run? I heard they trim your time in half if you do it backwards. Fun fact. The neighborhood was originally called the Blue Light District due to the remarkable annual mating emissions of the indigenous glow jellyfish. A bluish aura would bathe the hood, and the locals partied in Sandban's OG entertainment area. The name was changed years ago due to its Korean origin.